Hey everyone, this is YCharts 101 with Nick Maggiulli, and today we are talking about custom securities. For those of you that haven't used custom securities before, this is basically YCharts' way of allowing you to upload your own data into their system. So previously, before custom securities, what you'd have to do if you wanted to plot, let's say, your portfolio returns against, let's say, the S&P 500, you'd have to go to YCharts, download their data, and then take your data in Excel or a program and then plot them together. But now with custom securities, you can upload your data straight into their system and plot it alongside anything you want, right? So on top of having everything that YCharts already has, the ticker data, indice data, accounting data, coronavirus data, etc., you have all that data, all access to that data as well. But now you can upload your own data sets in there and they'll always be available for you to plot. And you can also share them in YCharts across your organization if you have multiple people that use YCharts at your company. So today I'm going to kind of show you how to, get your files into there and the kind of the use cases, and then we'll go from there. So let me just share my screen real quick. So to find custom securities in YCharts, you're just going to go to Tools, Custom Securities. And I already have two custom securities I put in here just to test it. And we're going to create a new one right now. So let's do create new, and we'll get to these in a second. I'm not actually going to upload a full custom security on this, this video, but I will walk you through how to do it. So this is going to be called test for now, but you can call this, for example, if this is my daily Dow data, I would just put daily Dow. You can put a description, put a benchmark, etc. And then when you go to upload your data, you're going to click upload data here. And the first thing you're going to have to answer is the type of data. So there's only 4 options available. You have daily returns. You can put in daily levels, monthly returns, or monthly levels. So in the case when I have my daily Dow data, I would just pick daily levels. For example, here's my daily Dow data. We're going to get to that in a second. So let me zoom in a little bit on this. So your data set's going to have to be set up like this. And remember, if your data is not in the right format, it's not the system won't accept it, and it'll tell you what's wrong. Generally, it'll tell you what's wrong, right? So if just have date value, this one's pretty easy. Daily levels and daily returns are pretty easy. If these were returns, you would have to put this in percentages. So it's either going to accept decimal form or percentage. And when you go to upload, it's going to tell you, if you click view our data formatting requirements, you can read through all this and it'll tell you exactly how the dates need to be, how the percentages need to be, etc. Right? So it's pretty straightforward. And if there's any issues with your data, it's going to tell you that as well. So for example, the first time I tried to upload this daily Dow data, which I have going back to 1915, as you can see here, the first time I tried to upload this, I actually found that there was a hole in the data. So if I go to March 1933, you'll see that there was a hole that I've since had to fill. So you can see here, March 3rd, it was 5384. And then after that, I've actually already filled this hole, but none of this was here. It went from March 3rd to March 15th. And so there was a huge hole in the data, not just a weekend or a holiday, right? So when I went to upload this for custom securities, it basically rejected it. It said, hey, there's a hole in your data, you need to fix it. So I went back in here, added these rows, and everything was good after that. So once your data is clean, this is pretty straightforward how to load this in. Now, in terms of the monthly returns, it's going to be slightly more complex, but let me walk you through that in a second. So I think that's going to be right here. Let me get my monthly returns up here. Okay, so for monthly returns, the one thing you want to keep in mind is everything has to be at the end of month like this. So, the last day of the month. If it's not, here's a quick way this is a cool hack. That you can get end of month. So from here, let's just say, for example, let's say these two are beginning of month, the rest is end of month, but let's say all of this was beginning of month. The simple way to get end of month is there's a EO month function in Excel. You just put the start date in there. And then for the number of months you want to use here, just put a 0. And now you have the end of the month. So sorry, let me format this as a month. And you can see that's now end of month. So I do this, let's say, copy this formula, go down my entire list of data, monthly data going to 2021. And now I have a list. I took a beginning of month date and made it an end of month date like this. And then but for you need to upload it, you just need to obviously copy this and then paste values here so we don't mess anything else up. Bam, that's simple. Now your beginning of month data is now end of month. You would save this, and then you could upload this into YCharts. Now these are showing percentage. These are monthly returns. So you can either have them like this, or you can format them as percentages. This would also work. But they have to be rounded though to the nearest basis point. So 0.01%. Anything beyond that precision, it will not take it. So if you have data that's not that way, just round it. You can use a round function, etc. So getting back to this, all you do is you upload in there. If there's errors, it's going to tell you. If not, it'll say it's good. So for example, when I go to put in my daily Dow data, everything's fine. Should be. And that's one of the cool things about this. It'll just tell you when the data is accurate and whatnot. So as you can see, this file's in the correct format. It tells you, and then you can submit it and upload it, right? So we're not actually going to upload this because I've already done it. So let me show you here. So if I go back to Tools, Custom Securities, here in Daily Dow, if I click on Daily Dow, now you can see, hey, here's the Dow data set. But this goes to, I think, the end of March 2020, this data. But once I click in here, it's like it's any other security. So it's just the same thing as everything else you've ever seen. But look, it goes all the way back to 1915, as you can see. But let's say I want to let's look at 2019, since I know the data set's full there. I'm going to go January 1st, 2019 through, let's go to December 31st, 2019. So let's look at that. Okay. So I now know that the Dow, just the level change was up 22%, just the level change in 2019, right? So pretty cool. And also right away, here's a benchmark, which is already recommending. I can now plot the benchmark against it. It's pretty cool. So you can do that. You can do the same thing with monthly data. With the monthly data, though, it's going to look, so I'm going to put in my other custom securities, so SP 500. So it shows up here under custom securities. You can see that. I'm going to show the S&P 500, and you can see because it's monthly, it kind of has a different, it looks a little bit different, obviously. So that's the only thing about monthly, which I don't like as much, is it doesn't look as nice and precise as most of the YCharts data, which is mostly daily. So, but remember, this is something that you would have monthly data, right? There's nothing wrong with YCharts. YCharts can do it if you have the daily data. So that's just something to use with custom securities, but that's about it. I just want to show you guys that, and I think it opens up a whole new world of possibilities for what you can do, because now any data set you want, if you can have access to it, you can just upload it right in there and use it alongside anything else. So thank you guys for listening along. This has been YCharts 101 with Nick Maggiulli, Custom Securities. Thank you.